one.
I think it is. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spirit Field in Surprise, Arizona for the inaugural game of the Ottawa Spirit football team. So glad you joined us here this evening. It's a full house. The atmosphere is electric here from Spirit Field. A beautiful sunset on the horizon. We are high atop the press box here at Ottawa University. In Surprise, I'd like to bring in my broadcast partner, Vince Delicio, this evening. So glad you joined us here, Vince.
Thank you.
Looking forward to a great season of Spirit football.
Very excited, James. This is definitely a historic evening, as you said. And, you know, on many fronts. I mean, number one, we've got people here from all walks of life. We've got folks from Mexico. There's a couple of teams here that are participating in this game tonight. We've got tailgaters that have never been here before. It's just a beautiful setting, a beautiful evening. Nice little breeze up here in our press box, and I'm real excited to be here. Let's talk a little bit about the teams playing tonight and these coaches.
Yeah, Coach Medina, we got to catch up with him before the contest, and he debriefed us. We actually, like you mentioned, there is two teams here this evening coming out to compete in this contest. One is actually from Cetys, Mexicali, and the other team is actually from Cetys, Tijuana. So both those teams in the house here tonight. We'll go over those starting lineups here very briefly. As far as the Ottawa Spirit goes, it is their inaugural game. They are very excited to get this thing going here. They've been working all off season. They had an entire season of practices last year with no games. They are ripe and ready to go, Vince, and it should be a great contest here this evening.
Oh, my goodness. And we have kids that have been playing. We refer to them as kids, but they are grown men that have been practicing for a year leading up to tonight. It's not just, coming into camp this season. These guys have been here a full year getting ready for this moment. We've got guys here that have been here from the inception, coaches that have been here from this program's inception, as well as some new faces that have stepped in recently. Coach Nesbitt, the head coach for OUAZ, is going to be handling a couple of responsibilities. Not only is he the head coach, but he will be calling the offense tonight as well as special teams, as he just recently lost his special teams coordinator who moved on to another program. And so, he kind of laughed with me pregame and said, you know what, it's my responsibility anyway, so I might as well do it all. So.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you start out a program, and Coach Nesbitt knows that it takes a village to get everything done, and he's willing to chip in and do whatever it takes to make the team successful here. We'll go ahead and start with the starting lineup for the Ottawa Spirit. At quarterback tonight, number 3, Jack Graham. He's 6'3", 190-pound sophomore. And at fullback, starting number 25, Marcellus Chester Riley, 5'6", 160 pounds. He's a sophomore. At the X tonight is number 8, Jeremiah Graylock, 5'10", 170 pounds, sophomore. Halfback wide receiver tonight, a true H-back, number 14, Ronnie Martin, 5'11", 170 as a sophomore. At the Y position, number 11, Ray Springer, 5'9", 170 pounds, sophomore. Playing the Z tonight, number 2, Brandon McLaughlin. At the right tackle spot up front, doing the dirty work in the trenches, number 77, Garrett Dickens, 6'3", 245 pounds, sophomore. At the right guard position, number 59, Samuel Laga, 6'2", 310 pounds, senior. Center is number 51, Tristan Shehorn. Left guard, 58, Joseph Love. And the left tackle, Tofiga Liaga. That rounds up the starting lineup for Ottawa, and we are about ready to kick this one off here from Spirit Field.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the defense, since OUAZ will be on defense first, and that ball just got blown over as kicker here was getting ready to kick it off. But Coach talks quite a bit about this defensive front. He's got a nice thing going with. He's going to be running a 3-4. He's got a couple of bookends here. At ends, Marcus Faria, who is a transfer here from the University of Washington, highly touted young man.
That opening kickoff there, fielded by number 89, I believe, for Cetys. Excuse me, that's number 29 on the reception there of the kickoff for the Zorros. That's Romel Ramos, the running back for Cetys Tijuana. Again, Cetys Tijuana starting this first half of action, and Cetys Mexicali will begin the second half of action here this evening.
The front, getting back to that once again, so 70 Faria, left end, nose tackle is Kafusi, Will Kafusi, who's a freshman, NorCal Junior College young man. Defensive end, Tamplin, out of McClintock High School. He's resides from South Phoenix, here in the Phoenix area. a rush. Young man by the name of Steele. That's Kenneth Steele Jr. out of Tampa, Florida. Will linebacker, freshman out of Tucson. Justin Barnett. Mike Backer, number 22's junior college transfer. That's Marcos Garcia. Nickelback, freshman out of Hawaii, and that's number 44, Rylan Canipio.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
All right. Cornerback, left corner, number 15. That's Nate Johnson, young man out of Surprise, Arizona, right in our backyard here. Free safety number 6 is Amari Burks. Strong safety number 9 is Deshaun Holcomb out of Turlock, California, up in the Central Valley. And then right corner is number 7, David Jones Jr., hailing out of the Washington, D.C. area, 5'10" corner.
Very good. All right, we've got Cetys here with a 3rd and long upcoming. That last play was shut down there very nicely by number 1, Kenneth Steele, coming up from his linebacker position and making the play for OUAZ.
Coach anticipates running a lot of quarters coverage tonight, so he'll be dropping 4 defensive backs primarily. He's got his 2 safeties dropping back pre-snap now, reading.
Pressure up the middle, flushes him out of the pocket. He scrambles to the right-hand side where he's dropped out of bounds there by number 31, and a penalty marker is in the air. That was Justin Barnett accosting the the quarterback there near the sideline.
That's a questionable call, James. You know, it could go either way. I mean, he rode the player out of bounds and gets called for the penalty. It's questionable.
Yeah, critical mistake there for OUAZ off the top here, giving Cetys a 1st down on a defensive penalty there, almost out of bounds. So we'll see what the defensive unit here for OUAZ has in store as Cetys comes to the line with a 1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Number 12 is in at quarterback, Gabriel Montano for Cetys. Single back set, 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side. The handoff up the middle, play action, and he finds his receiver in the open field. That's number 8 there for Cetys, Luis Cazares. A nice job on the reception there for Cetys.
I really like this secondary, James. We've got free safety, strong safety. Both of them are 6'1" in Holcomb and Burks. And then you've got that right corner, Jones, number 7, who's also he's a big corner, 6'1", 200 pounds. The smaller one, the left corner, Johnson, is 5'9", but doesn't give anything up. Coach spoke very highly of this young man and expects Hogan, number 4, Javon Hogan out of Turlock, California as well, to get a lot of time tonight.
Handoff in the backfield, met immediately by the defender there and stuffed. That's number 22 on the assault, Marcos Garcia, 6 foot, 220-pound junior for the Spirit, knifing through there and making a play. Excellent job there on penetration by the defensive line for OUAZ. That accounts for a 5-yard loss for Cetys. That's going to bring up 2nd down and long from their own 38-yard line. Once again, a beautiful evening out here. So glad you joined us online, wherever you're watching from. Make sure and enjoy the game this evening. Spread the word about these broadcasts. We'll be coming at you all season long here from Surprise, Arizona.
Defensive coordinator Mike Bethia, who's very well traveled. He's been at a bunch of different schools. He was at TCU, most recently Washington State, Nevada, Reno, hails out of Encinitas, California, just north of San Diego. He said that they are leaving nothing to chance tonight. They are showing everything. They're playing a normal game. This is a game for them. This is a game they've been waiting over a year for, so they're not going to leave anything in the cupboards.
Yeah, they're going to bring it all out here. They're excited for this ball game. And it's going to be a great matchup here tonight. That last reception there by number 8, Luis Cazares for Cetys on the outside. 3rd and about 3 for Cetys from their own 49-yard line. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side, and a single back in the backfield. The handoff up the middle. That's good for about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. The stop on the play that time, number 95, Alima Collins, 6'4", 240-pound junior coming up and making the play there for OUAZ.
Matchup I really like tonight is James is with that center nose guard going head-to-head here. Kafusi has a quick first step. He's not a very tall kid, just kind of a stump, but right there in the middle. But you're going to see him making a lot of plays tonight off that first step.
Yeah, he does have a very quick first step, and that 3-4 defense brought by Ottawa, they're going to try to stuff the run and clog up the holes there with those big guys in the middle. Punt formation here for Cetys. Back deep for OUAZ is number 13, Rami Roundtree. Takes a Cetys bounce all the way down near the 5-yard line, and it will be picked up there. So Ottawa will start deep in their own territory here to begin their first offensive drive of the season, of the program, of everything here tonight, Vince.
That's it. It's history right here. I am really excited about this quarterback, Jack Graham. Jack's out of Riverside, California. One thing I noticed in pregame as we were walking around checking out each position, James, and I'm sure you caught it as well, center and quarterback were together the whole time. Aside from a little bit of drill work, they were together during stretch, and that center – Tristan Shehorn, who's 5'10", but he's about as steady as they come. And you watch him, his feet are down. He is not moving. Very solid kid.
Nice job there by Graham, dropping back and finding the open receiver on the outside. That time, that was number 14, Ronnie Martin, 5'11", 170-pound sophomore from Santa Clara, California. He played previously at Gavilan College.
Now, Coach Medina made no bones of the fact that they are going to run some man coverage against OUAZ tonight. They feel like they can match up somewhat with their speed, and we have a test right there.
And he's off to the races. He's at the 20, 10, 5, and that is the first touchdown for OUAZ. That is number 2 on the roster for OUAZ, and unfortunately we do not have his name here. What a play that time. A outstanding throw by Jack Graham. Receiver running a go route on the far side of the football field.
Number 2 is Brandon McLaughlin.
Brandon McLaughlin, number 2 for Ottawa AZ, scores the first touchdown in program history. On for the extra point here, number 41, John Williams, 5'8", 160-pound junior from Sandy, Utah. Here's the snap, the hold, and the kick is up and good.
That is amazing, and just as fast as I said that Coach Medina felt that his defensive backs could match up well playing man-to-man, here they come out. That corner, Alexis Soto, is trying to play man on McLaughlin, and just gets taken to the woodshed there on that first pass.
Yeah, that is not how you want to play man, unfortunately. But credit to him to try to hang with that receiver on the far side of the field.
Right.
And I tell you what, number 2, McLaughlin has some wheels for sure.
Yes, he does. He most certainly does. So it'll be interesting to see what Cetys counteracts with this drive.
Well, that was, needless to say, a very productive first offensive drive for OUAZ. We'll get some stats on that drive here very momentarily. That was a 2-play drive at 95 yards in 19 seconds off the clock. Very efficient indeed. Here's the kick. High end over end. Takes the OUAZ bounce, fielded there at the 10-yard line, and brought immediately up the field.
That was Sebastian Corrales.
Nice return there for Corrales. And he was swallowed up by the OUAZ special teams unit right around the 26-yard line. So that's where Cetys will take over to begin their second drive of the night. So both teams getting the jitters out here, playing pretty solid football so far early, especially on that quick drive there for OUAZ, Coach.
Yep. Well, getting back to the defensive front here for OUAZ, so we were talking about Marcus Faria. Faria originally spent a couple of years up at the University of Washington. He's actually slid down playing a defensive tackle 2 technique there and gets knifes right through.
Outstanding job there, OUAZ. That's number 1 on the pursuit, Kenneth Steele Jr., the 6', 212-pound linebacker for the Spirit, coming through there and wreaking havoc in the Cetys backfield.
Tell you what, these guys are fast tonight. They are hungry.
They're
are
ready.
Hungry for that ball.
They are ready. That's another tackle for a loss there for OUAZ. That's a 5-yard loss. That will bring up second down and about 16 upcoming for Cetys. They break the huddle in a 2-by-2 formation. Quarterback number 12, Montano, surveys the field, swings it out to the near side. That pass is complete to number 81 on the outside. That's David Espergosa with a nice reception there for the Zorros. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 10 upcoming for the Zorros.
Okay, now we've got left corner. We've got Hogan in. Javon Hogan out of Turlock. Coach, as I had mentioned earlier, really likes this kid. He's going to get a lot of playing time tonight. This young man is another one of those 6-foot corners playing on the outside here on the left side.
Here we go, 2-by-2 for the Cetys Zorros. Montano fakes the handoff, throws the ball down the field, looking for a man. He had number 11. Streaking down the field, that was Ruben Mora. Unfortunately, unable to connect with him on the far side of the field. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 10 for Cetys, and we can only assume they're going to go ahead and punt this one away here.
Yeah, they will. And Jones on that last play, the corner over there, I think let that receiver get behind him, lost track of him. Can't let that happen. Cannot let that happen.
Absolutely. You cannot let that receiver get behind you. Can't let anyone get behind you in that defensive backfield. So deep for OUAZ looks to be number 13. Rami Roundtree, 6'2", 190 out of Waterbury, Connecticut. That punt shanked over to the right-hand side.
I think they got a piece of it coming through.
I think they might have got a hand or a finger on that one there.
Yeah, that was Dawson Barrett.
And the special teams coach for Ottawa has to be pleased. That's Robert Bala, the special teams coordinator. He also coaches the defensive backs for the Spirit.
Well, and actually, again, Coach Nesbitt tonight is going to be coaching the special teams. So Coach Bala is no longer. He went on to another program, and we wish him well. But Coach Nesbitt is pulling double duty tonight, triple duty.
So far, so good then.
So far, so good. I think he's got to be content with what's going on out here. This is an interesting set here. We got a trip set up top. See how the defense is playing that.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Graham drop back, scrambles to the right-hand side, looking for his receiver. He decides to pull it and run and gets his 1st down out near the 20-yard line. Ball will be spotted right about the 18-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 OUAZ as they threaten here again midway through this first quarter of action.
I tell you what, Graham could be a running back. That kid can run. He has got some wheels on him.
He does, and he's very decisive. Made that decision very quickly and got it out of the pocket. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Spirit. 2 receivers to the near side. A single back behind Graham. He gets the handoff right up the middle. Excellent job blocking. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. That's number 25 for the Spirit, Marcellus Chester Riley, 5'6", 160-pound sophomore out of Redwood City, California.
Amazing play. Doing it again. And, we're going to see a lot of inside-outside zone from both teams tonight. Seems to be the trend. And right now, OUAZ obviously is doing everything much better.
Boy, they're doing a great job, and credit as well to number 59, Samuel Laga, as well as number 77, Garrett Dickens. I know you were very high on him. They paved the way that time, opened the hole up very nicely there, and got it on in for the Spirit.
Yeah, Dickens actually is moving over from the left side. He was starting at left tackle. He is starting at right tackle tonight, and they like him. They really like Dickens, so a good technician. He's not a very big kid. Granted, he is 6'3", but doesn't carry a lot of weight on his frame. But great technique.
The extra point is good. So with 7:55 remaining, our score: Ottawa 14 and Cetys 0. We'll step aside and take a short timeout. We'll be back with you here on the stretch from Surprise, Arizona.
It was funny, during baseball season, they would turn them down, but there was another mic, and they could still hear us talk.
Oh, yeah. Great. Sounds all right? Cool. Never worked together. It's the first time. No, you're fine. Yeah, good. It's too boring like that, right? Hey, here we go.
All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2. And welcome back to Spirit Field here in Surprise, Arizona. Ottawa University on top of Cetys, 14-0. A nice end-over-end kick down there, fielded near the 20-yard line. And here come the Zorros. A nice return there, spins and breaks a tackle and carries a pile forward out past the 40-yard line. Outstanding job there on the return for Cetys, getting a little chippy in the middle there that time. And what a nice return. That was number 2.
Armando Isaac Alvarez Terran.
Outstanding. Nice return there for Cetys. And they're going to have great field position here to start their drive. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Once again, so glad you joined us here this evening wherever you're watching the game. We hope you're enjoying it. It's our pleasure to bring it to you here high atop the press box, literally high atop the press box here at Ottawa University. We are swaying.
We got a blitz coming off the edge here.
2 by 2. They are showing blitz from the edge, and here he comes. Number 1 bearing down on the quarterback. He sacks him. Ball's out.
That is Kevin Steele. He has been in their face
Ball's out.
all
There's
night.
no whistle. Number 95 off to the races, yet the officials are now blowing the play dead. We'll see what they make out of this one. They're obviously going to call him down there. And what a great job of pursuit. Again, that's Kenneth Steele. He's made a couple of plays here so far for
Steele is a
OUAZ.
stand-up rush end. He's been in the backfield all night, and I guarantee you they're not going to be calling off the dogs anytime soon with him. These guys are hungry.
Yeah, they're ready to go, and you could see that he was unabated to the quarterback that time, and the quarterback for Cetys, Montano, had nowhere to go with that one, had to eat that one right behind the line of scrimmage. So after a loss of 4 yards, we've got 2nd down and 14 for Cetys. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the near side, and a single back. Here's the snap. Looks to throw. He's flushed out, pressure up the middle, scrambles successfully to the left-hand side, throws down the football field. He's got a man, but he's unable to complete it. That was number 11 down there for Cetys, Ruben Mora. And a nice job on the coverage on the back end there for Ottawa.
Yeah, that was Hogan. Hogan's got to be careful. He had his hands all over that receiver there, but luckily got away with it and pass incomplete.
Yeah, very lucky he didn't get a penalty flag on that one there. So we got 3rd down and 14 upcoming for Cetys. Look for the Ottawa AZ crowd to get on their feet here and make some noise on 3rd down.
This is beautiful. The stands are packed.
The stands are packed, Vince. It's a beautiful
Look at
sight
all
here
those
this
people
evening.
lined up along the side there.
Yeah, this is great. This is outstanding. We got people tailgating before the game.
2 deep safeties.
Here's the handoff up the middle, and the ball's punched out by the defense. Recovered there, nearly recovered.
Hogan picked it up and dropped it.
Hogan had it for a moment,
They recovered.
and
Cetys
Cetys was able to get the ball back
Yep.
and advance it quite nicely. And that's going to give them a 1st down at the OUAZ 45-yard line. And a credit to the resilience there of Cetys for getting on that football right away.
Yeah, that was running back Luis Alejandro Alvarez Castillo on that fumble there. Came knifed right through the line of scrimmage, had a pretty nice lane there right up the middle and lost that ball, bounced around a little bit. Hogan had it, dropped it, and one of the Cetys players recovered. Got him a 1st down.
They did. They did indeed. So Cetys here, 1st and 10 from the Ottawa 45. The handoff, and he is swallowed up immediately there by number 70 for OUAZ. That's Marcus Faria, 6'5", 260, the big boy from Covington, Louisiana. Previously, as you mentioned, Coach, played at the University of Washington.
Yes, sir. And, he was basically his story was that he was up there sitting on the bench and looked around at some other schools, and OUAZ really capitalized on the fact that this young man was available and able to come back home.
Very nice, very nice. A timeout on the field, and so with the clock sitting, and I apologize, we are not able to see the clock from our booth here. Correction, yes we can. 6:16 remaining on the clock here in the 1st quarter. Ottawa on top 14-0 over Cetys. We'll step aside momentarily and be right back with you to Spirit Field in Surprise. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. All good. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll peek around here now. That's good. Thank you. Huh? Water would be great whenever. But I got another one, though. We're good. We're good. Thanks, man. You're doing a great job. Doing a great job. Get a swig of that water here while we're thinking about it. Okay, thank you.
You played on the team this year. No. You didn't play this year. Okay, all right. I was going to say, because I called some of the baseball games. And, yeah.
You bring us back.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2. So here we go. 2nd down and 11 for Cetys. From the 47 of OUAZ. Handoff on a stretch play. And that one strung out very nicely there by the Ottawa defense.
I'll tell you what,
for no gain.
Yeah, this defensive line is pursuing like crazy. They are just hitting sideline to sideline and nonstop. I mean, these guys are like trains running around down there.
Yeah, that's credit to Coach David Mosley on the defensive line there. Got those guys parallel to the line of scrimmage, running right down there and making a play for their football team.
We'll talk a little more about Mosley as the game goes on. Coach Mosley's also the school's recruiting coordinator too. We can't tell you how great of a job he's been doing. You know, he put out an all-call right before the season started. They had some openings for defensive linemen. They had quite a response.
Yes, that was awesome. I saw that, as a matter of fact. 3rd and 14 here for Cetys. Pressure up the middle. He climbs the pocket and finds a man that nearly picked off there at the 45-yard line. That was number 31 on defense for Ottawa. Justin Barnett nearly had an interception there off the errant pass from Montano. So now 4th down and 12 for Cetys, and they will punt here.
You really have to credit defensive end Alima Collins. Collins is a 6'4", out of Harriman, Utah. He had his hand wrapped around the quarterback's leg there as he released and put a lot of pressure in the backfield there on that last play.
Yeah, excellent job. So here's the snap and the punt. A nice high kick, signaling fair catch that time, is OUAZ, and that is number 33. Fair catching that one, Shamar Moreland, a local guy, 6', 168 sophomore from Betty Fairfax High School.
Shout out to Levine. Tell you what, he's got to secure that ball, though, as he caught it, was bouncing a little bit, so he need to do a little better job there securing that football.
Yeah, he's got to make sure and rein that one in. Had a lot of traffic around him there, but nonetheless has to secure that football indeed. OUAZ leading this one 14-0. 5:13 remaining on the clock here in the first quarter. Graham 2x2, a single back, and noticeably larger splits up front for the offensive line. Here's the snap. Play action. He swings it out to his receiver. Complete, and there is a swarm of Zorro's defenders there to meet number 8. After the reception, that's number 8, Jeremiah Graylock, 5'10", 170, the sophomore from Fort Collins.
One thing Coach Nesbitt said in pregame about his offensive personnel, he said he was going to show a lot of 10 and 20. And 10 is 1 back, 0 tight end, so obviously you've got 4 receivers out there, and 20, 2 backs, 0 tight ends, 3 receivers. So we're going to see a lot of that tonight. Got a little
the
inside
handoff
zone.
there, number 25, a nice bit of running for OUAZ, and also a nice bit of playing on the defensive end there for Cetys as well. We're going to go ahead and fire up our flashlights on our phones here so we can see our score sheet. That was Abraham Cortez for Cetys, knifing in and making the play there.
Yeah, Marcellus Chester Riley, the running back out of Redwood City, California, up in NorCal. Really like him. Nice little run there by Riley.
Here's the handoff. Stretch zone play to the right-hand side.
Yep, that's Riley again.
Number 25, Riley, on the carry there once again for OUAZ. And I got to tell you, Cetys has come to play ball here this evening, Vince.
I think, they've got something to prove. They want to prove that they can play in this league. And, one thing in speaking with these coaches in pregame, they're here. They're real excited about this opportunity. They want to play more American teams and, in fact, want to make a bid to play NC2A, either Division II or Division III in the very near future. So you're playing what appears to be a really good NAIA school tonight. And if you can hang with them and the right people are watching, then who knows?
That's exactly right. And we're so glad you're watching out in the viewing audience tonight here. 14-0 OUAZ. And we're past the halfway point of the first quarter here. Here's the snap. Graham surveys the field and throws and finds a man. He's off to the races. That is number 2, once again making a play. The mystery
That's
man,
McLaughlin
number 2.
again.
That's
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin,
yeah,
number 2
who scored
for
the touchdown
OUAZ.
early.
He had the earlier touchdown, as you may remember. So Ottawa in business here. The snap, and they're picking up the tempo here against Cetys.
I'm looking at a little pistol there.
Little pistol formation. They swing that one out to number 8. Jeremiah Graylock, who gets the reception. He's made a number of plays here for the Spirit tonight. So we have 2nd and 10 upcoming for Ottawa.
Look at this commanding presence that Graham has here on the team. So quarterback is doing a great job. Just taking control of this offense, running very calculated and calling plays, watching that clock, making sure he's not taking too much time or taking too little time, and regular routine, doing a great job.
He is doing a great job. Very poised in the pocket, under control of the huddle, and he's getting guys lined up and moving the football down the field right now for OUAZ. 3rd down and about 3. Here's the snap to Graham. He looks. Looking for a man. He's got a man on the left-hand side.
Yep.
Unfortunately, unable to connect with that one there.
Yeah, I think he was expecting McLaughlin there to come across on that crossing route. McLaughlin stopped down below instead of continuing, and Graham threw to where he thought his receiver was going to be. I guarantee you that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, that was a miscue there, but that's why you have these exhibition games, work those kinks out. And as you mentioned there, Coach, they will definitely get that fixed in the film room. So the kicking unit comes on here for OUAZ. This one is going to be about a 47-yarder. Here's the snap. The hold is bobbled and put back down, and unfortunately that one falls short.
That's good practice,
but
if anything.
Yes, definitely not a bad opportunity there. So with 1:58 remaining here in the first quarter of action from Spirit Field in Surprise, Ottawa University leads Cetys 14-0. We'll step aside and come back to you after these messages. Actually, no messages.
I don't know how to turn on the flashlight on this phone. This is a brand new phone, and I cannot figure the thing out.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I
can't hide it there somewhere.
And I've got to wear the glasses to see far, and I got to take them off to see up close with this little print here. This is like too font here.
Yeah. Well, the next thing we got to do is bring lights out here.
I know.
That's next. I got the perfect little desk light I'll bring for next time.
That's nice of you.
Back in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Spirit Field in Surprise. Cetys takes over 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Back to pass is Montano under duress in the middle and swarmed by the OUAZ defense. That's number 70 leading the charge there that time for Ottawa, Marcus Feria. We spoke about him already here during the broadcast, and he rears his head again there and makes a play for the Spirit.
You know what? Frederick Gutierrez, the left tackle for Cetys, is he's playing his heart out, but he's getting beat just about every time by that end on the right side there, and it's going to be a long night for that young man. Unfortunately, these guys didn't bring a lot of linemen, so there's obviously room for error because he's going to play every snap, so he'll get practice.
That is for sure. Here's the snap, the handoff up the middle, and met immediately
brutal
by the OUAZ defensive line. That's number 70, once again, Feria in there, and also helping out on that was number 91, Robert Orano. Excellent job penetrating the middle there for the Ottawa defensive line.
Yeah, Oriano came in at nose tackle, and he just bulldozed over that center. And actually, the whole defensive front just slanted down, and Cetys could not get underneath on their blocks. So, unfortunately, got beat inside and made a tackle.
So, once again, another tackle for a loss for the OUAZ defense. They've got quite a few of those here this evening. 3rd down and a country mile for Cetys. Here's the quick snap, the handoff, and that one once again goes nowhere. And big number 90 once again there to stuff that one. That's a J. John Tamplin, the defensive tackle, 6 foot, 255-pound freshman from South Phoenix. He went to McClintock High School, Vince.
Yeah, he's a local kid. We love the local
Chargers.
ones. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, 4th down and long for Cetys, and they're going to punt this one away.
Quarter.
And that's our first quarter of action here from Spirit Field in Surprise. Our score, OUAZ on top of Cetys by the score of 14-0. We hope you've enjoyed the first quarter of action. We'll step aside momentarily and be right back with you on the stretch. Are we having fun yet? Oh, dude, it's okay. We can't see it anyway. It's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wear one of those headlamp things. That's what I'm going to do next time. Yeah, I'll just be like, boom, 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 I got it. Wherever my eyes are, my light is. How about it, baby? It was beautiful. So now are you going to cut highlights out of the broadcast and stuff? Tweet them out and all that? Yes. Sweet. Sweet.
He's not on this.
Brooklyn, New York? Okay. He's balling, man. This is great. Thank you for this. This is great. We'll use this again.
You want to jot this down. The only changes we have on that. Brandon Best. This is laminated, so it's a little hard to write. But Brandon Best, he is replaced with Ferguson.
Okay, okay.
Second quarter.
Okay. All right. Okay, sweet. Go live? We ready? Go for it.
Cetys back
here
to
we
punt.
go.
Oh,
And
he got
it's blocked.
blocked through the end zone. That's a safety. The first safety in program history for OUAZ, and that will be credited to
Number 9, Deshaun Holcomb. Excellent job
wow.
there. Knifing through
Wow.
in a hurry.
That
Talk
was
about
textbook.
wheels, Coach.
Textbook block. He just came through, raised those hands, and got a piece of that ball, sent it soaring right through the back of the end zone. Amazing.
Wow. The first safety in program history. And that one happened pretty fast.
Yes, it did.
So what an awesome job there. Now that takes our score to 16-0 here, 14:55 just inside the opening moments of the second quarter of action here from Spirit Field in Surprise. So now Cetys is going to have a free kick of sorts. After that safety, we'll see if they want to pooch it or punt it down the field. And once again, a beautiful scene here tonight. The lights are on, the stands are full, the cheerleaders are out, the band might be here. The band is here too, aren't they? Somewhere around here, Vince. If they're not, they'll be here shortly.
They will be here shortly. I don't think there's room in the stands for them.
There might not be. But that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. I don't think anybody here is complaining. Look at all those fans lined up along the fence over there, too.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see.
City of Surprise has really done a great job of embracing this school and this athletic program. Donated a lot of land and accommodated these folks at the OUAZ athletic department to no end. So it's been a great partnership between the public sector here in the City of Surprise and the university.
Yeah, and it's only going to continue to grow. And speaking of the City of Surprise, we're proud to announce that we're going to start doing the Mike Nesbitt Show over here at Buffalo Wild Wings starting on Monday night, September the 10th. Or we're still dialing in the start time for that. We're probably going to be around 7 p.m. Here's the return for OUAZ with a great head of steam up the middle, and he's broken into the open field, and he's tripped up there at the 50-yard line. That's number 33 on the return, Shamar Moreland, the local guy from Betty Fairfax High School. And what a return that time. He got that one right around the 5-yard line and about housed it there. One man to beat, nothing but green grass in front of him, but a great trip up there from Cetys special teams unit right near the midfield line. Yeah,
this lane that was created here by this return team was just amazing. It was set up. It was like parting the Red Sea.
Beautiful job, beautiful job. And Cetys, I got to hand them to. They are very well coached. They are very well coached and very well disciplined. It looks like we got a penalty is going to be enforced here. And that one's going to come back. So OUAZ will start this drive at their own 15-yard line. First down and 10.
Trip set up top.
So here we go, Graham in the shotgun. Three receivers to the top. Here's the snap. Surveying the field, and nice pressure up the middle by Cetys. Graham flushed out, and he's going to run it. And he gets out near the 25-yard line where he's flushed out of bounds there by number 5 for Cetys.
Gets a first down. This kid's got wheels, James.
He does have a nice set of wheels on him. That was Jose Guadalupe Osuna on the force out there for Cetys.
Now we're in that 20 set that Coach had talked about. 2 backs in the backfield.
20 personnel here for Graham. He looks to throw, and he throws out to the left-hand side and nearly completes the ball near the 36-yard line, and that was number 33. I believe that's Samar Moreland again, trying to pull that one in for the Spirit.
You got number 18 for Cetys, Alexis Soto, who is taking nothing to chance. He was the young man, the DB that got beat on that first long touchdown, and playing a little bit tighter now.
Excuse me, that was number 83 on that last attempt there, Demetrius Ferguson. Out the left-hand side, ball comes out, but it does roll out of bounds.
Got a lucky bounce there.
A very lucky bounce, and that one will advance to the 40-yard line where it'll be first down and 10 upcoming for OUAZ. And we'll see, they're discussing this one on the field. Penalty flag down on the field. We'll wait for the ruling. We'll see if we can get tonight's officiating crew for you here momentarily. And that penalty will be assessed to Cetys, a personal foul, and that will be a nice advancement for OUAZ. They will start now at the 45-yard line of Cetys in business here, leading 16-0 with 13:58 and counting here in the second quarter. 20 personnel once again for Graham in the shotgun. He takes a snap, looks to throw, and gets it, tries to get it over to number 13. That's Rami Roundtree, the kick returner for OUAZ, but unable to connect with Roundtree on that one.
Abraham Cortez, the DB on that play, did a great job, and could have very well have been a PI as well. Could have been pass interference. Gave him a little shove.
That's right.
Ref didn't see it, so we're still playing.
That's right. Play ball, second down and 10 for OUAZ. 2 by 2. And here's the snap. He swings it out to the left-hand side and breaks a tackle.
Play.
Nice job there. That was number 23 on the reception for OUAZ. And I am not showing him on the roster, but we're going to find him really quick here. And unfortunately, we are not showing number 23 on our roster here. So first down and 10 for OUAZ. The snap to Graham. He looks to throw and completes it over the middle. A little crossing route that time coming back towards the middle. That's number 19 on the reception there for Ottawa. And that will move the chains once again for the Spirit.
Elijah Young.
Elijah Young, 5'8", 147 freshman out of Shadow Ridge High School in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, you got to imagine these guys are on defense are getting just a little bit tired. This has been a very, very fast-paced game. Graham is moving the chains here. Plays are getting signaled in, and these guys on defense don't have a lot of time to rest between plays. It's starting to show.
Nice job there. Graham swings it out and in for the touchdown. A nice pass there from Graham to number 20, Joshua Viscava, the 5'7", 200-pound sophomore from Anaheim who previously played for the Cougars up at Washington State. And he puts that one into pay dirt for OUAZ. And they go ahead by the score of 22-0 here And we're still in the top of the second quarter.
These guys are having fun tonight, that's for sure.
And they are playing at a torrid pace, as you mentioned a bit earlier, Vince. The kick is up and good. And so our score, with 12:46 remaining in the second quarter, OUAZ leads Cetys by the score of 23-0. We'll step aside here and be right back with you on the stretch after this. Water break. Sounds great, man. Welcome back to Spirit Field here in Surprise. OUAZ on top of Cetys by the score of 23-0. After that touchdown connection there from Graham to Joshua Viscava. So once again, OUAZ will kick it deep to Cetys. And that one will go out of bounds and be a procedure penalty. So that will help out Cetys with their field position here as they open their drive on the second quarter.
Now, as we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, so Cetys out of Mexicali, they're playing in the second half. Cetys out of Tijuana is playing right now. So there's two teams. They're actually opponents in their own league back home, and they traveled up here together. And so we have two teams. We have two coaches. And a whole slew of assistants here from each program. But we're looking at Cetys Tijuana right now. Second half, we got Mexicali that'll be playing.
And it's so great that they were able to come up together and get this taken care of, get here today. They traveled from early in the morning to get here today, and we're so glad they made it up here, and they are putting on a show. Back to pass, swings it out to the right-hand side and completes the ball near the 40-yard line. That was number 8 on the reception there for Cetys. And that is Luis Cazares, the wide receiver for Cetys Tijuana.
Yeah, Cazares just came across on that slant, caught it, got about 7-8 yards, and that was probably one of their best plays of the night so far.
Very efficient, very efficient.
Yep.
And a quick strike. He had a very quick release on that ball there, did Montano. So second down and about 3 upcoming here for Cetys. 2 to the top, 2 to the near side for Montano. 1 in the backfield
Bringing
for
some heat
protection.
here. We got the linebacker coming
and here
around.
we go,
Blitz.
Jailbreak blitz
Oh
for
my
Ottawa,
gosh.
and they sack him in the backfield.
Wow.
Led once again there by number 70, the wrecking crew, one-man wrecking crew, I should say, Faria.
That and Justin Barnett. Barnett came around. He's the middle linebacker. Came off the edge right at the snap, timed it perfectly. Right up, hit that quarterback, was untouched. Barnett's a 5'11", 210-pound sophomore out of Tucson, Saguaro High School.
Excellent job that time for OUAZ. And I got to tell you, once again, Coach David Mosley has this defensive line ready to play here tonight.
Yes, he does. Most certainly. These boys are hungry to play.
So third down and about 9 for Cetys. Back to pass is Montano. Swings it out and nearly completes the ball. Threw into double coverage that time.
Penalty marker down.
And there is a penalty flag on the field. It might be a roughing the passer from early indication. It is indeed roughing the passer.
It was Kevin Steele, the rush end, came across. He was just chatting with the official on that play.
Nice effort there from Steele. Unfortunately, drew the flag, and that will give the first down to Cetys. They cross the midfield line, and the ball will be spotted first down and 10 at the OUAZ 49-yard line.
And correction, that was Kenneth Steele. Forgive me.
So here we go, OUAZ on top 23-0.
10 personnel.
11-11 remaining in the second quarter. The handoff, and a nice job knifing into the backfield that time for number 95 for Ottawa. That was Alima Collins, 6'4", 240 from Harriman, Utah.
Yeah, this offensive line is struggling to block these guys. You know, they're blocking zone, outside zone, and the line is just slanting underneath and beating these guys before they can get ahead across to make a block.
2nd and 12 upcoming here for Cetys. And they are now at their own 49-yard line, trailing 23-0 to OUAZ. Here we go. The snap to Montano. He's got protection. He looks to throw. Nearly completes it down the sideline. That was number 11 streaking down the field. That was Ruben Mora, the wide receiver for Cetys Tijuana. Unable to haul that one in there, Vince.
Hogan better be careful. He's, he's getting close to getting a little complacent there on the outside. I'm not going to say lazy. I'll use the word complacent. It's first game jitters maybe, but he's got to make sure that receiver does not get behind him.
Yeah, that's the second or third time that's happened here this evening. So he's going to make sure and shore that up, and rest assured the coaches will address that in the film room.
Well, and
third
ahead.
and 12 here for Cetys. Snap to Montano, the delayed handoff, and right there to meet the ball carrier is number 45 for OUAZ. That's Christian Vavile, the 6'1", 206-pound sophomore from Houston. He played at Lamar Consolidated in Texas.
You know, you're going to see the defensive backs here. They're playing a little bit softer now. They're giving these guys a little bit of space here to run their routes, but at the same time, they still have to play a game and got to make sure they don't let anybody behind them.
So true, so true. So 4th and long, the punting unit on here for Cetys.
Snap was a little
Back
high.
deep for Ottawa is number 33, and that ball will carry him out of bounds. 33, Shamar Moreland in there for the return for OUAZ. 23-0 OUAZ over Cetys. We'll step aside here and be right back with you on the stretch.
9:28 left in the half.
That helps. Thank you so much. And welcome back to Spirit Field in Surprise, Arizona. OUAZ on top of Cetys, 23-0. First play for OUAZ, good for a yard and a half. This brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Spirit. 20 personnel once again for Ottawa. The pass is nearly intercepted. It is intercepted there by Cetys. Right near the 35-yard line, the big man rumbles and stumbles across the 25. And a heck of a play there for the Zorros.
That was Iram Leal, the linebacker.
Leal, an excellent job there, sitting down in that coverage and making the reception, reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, and making the defensive play there for his football team. So Cetys takes over here in great field position, as they had Ottawa deep in their own territory. Cetys going to strike here from the OUAZ 25. 1st down and 10, trailing 23-0.
All right, James, we're on the 25-yard line. Run or pass, call it.
This is going to be a pass.
Okay. We're in 10
personnel.
calling
a quick slant.
Single back. Oh,
they give it to the man in the middle. He tries to get something. There's nothing but traffic there. Tries to bounce it outside. And he's accosted there by number 91 for Ottawa. That's Roberto Oriano. making yet another play here tonight on the Spirit defense.
Well, not only that, you had Tampa in the end, and you had Faria in his face as well. So either one of them, depending on which direction that back went in, could have been tackled by either of those three.
Pick
so
your
great
poison.
play. Yep.
Pick your poison. So 2nd and long upcoming here for Cetys. 2nd down and 12 to be exact from the OUAZ 27-yard line. The very familiar 20 personnel again for Cetys. Montano directs traffic. Here's the shotgun snap. And here's the pressure up the middle. He's flushed out, and he's going to run it. Looks to throw, and it's nearly intercepted there by number 9 in coverage for Ottawa. That was Deshaun Holcomb, the junior. And a nice play there from Montano, able to escape that pressure because Ottawa had a couple of guys just running free up the middle that time.
Definitely. You got the receiver there, Osman Octavio Mendoza, the running back in the game, and made something happen. Okay, saw that his quarterback was scrambling around, so tried to get eyes on him and ran toward the sideline and nearly had made a nice play there, but unfortunately couldn't bring that ball in. He had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in.
3rd and 12 here for Cetys. Ball still at the 27-yard line of OUAZ. Here's a snap. Montano once again under pressure, and he's sacked. Another sack, and that's Faria once again. He is a one-man wrecking crew here tonight for the Ottawa Spirit.
I think these guys need to line up with the tight end because it's just it's not happening tonight. It is not happening. It is this defensive line at will is bringing whoever they want when they want, and Cetys just you could see Montano, the quarterback, as he's walking off the field here, shaking his head, frustrated. He's not getting enough protection.
Yeah, they're coming free and they're coming hard right up the middle.
Well, we'll try a field goal here. How many yards is this? 49?
That's gonna be about 49 to 50 there, and it's blocked.
Hogan got a hand on it. Great play.
Javon Hogan making yet another play here tonight for OUAZ. Coach Nesbitt quickly down there.
OUAZ offense will take over. They're over there huddled on the sideline right around their head coach who's calling plays tonight. Okay.
After a bit of confusion there on the field, it's going to be Ottawa football. 1st down and 10 from their own 32-yard line. So Cetys will try their hand on the defensive side of the ball here, trailing 23-0 with 6:56 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2 in the backfield this time. The handoff going off tackle that time and carrying a pile of defenders with him. That's a nice carry that time by number 13, Rami Roundtree.
Kevon Gardner lined up at tight end in that play. He's a 6'4" receiver out of Detroit, Michigan. So it's not a position that you see very often anymore in college football, and it's nice to see a tight end in the game.
Very nice, yes. This one going off tackle this time. Number 33 is off to the races, and no one's going to get him.
Penalty marker down.
There is a flag on the field. He's in the end zone, breaks the tape there at the end, but that one will be coming back, unfortunately, for OUAZ. Much to the dismay
Sam Laga,
of
the right
offensive
guard.
lineman 59, Sam Laga, as you mentioned there, Coach.
There you go. That was actually 59. You can see him pleading his case with the official there. He's got the the hands up. What did I do?
It couldn't have been me.
Couldn't have been me.
There's no way it was me. All right, so after that penalty mark off, it'll be 2nd down and about 12 for OUAZ, and a costly penalty nonetheless there for Ottawa. We'll see if they go back to the well one more time with that play here, Coach.
Okay. I would.
Yeah. Especially if he's able to get to the edge that fast. That's Shamar Moreland on that one. He was about to house it. So here we go. The handoff. Right up the B gap that time for OUAZ. Picked up about 3.5 yards, maybe 4. Ball's going to be spotted there at the 37-yard line. 36-yard line. 3rd and about 6 upcoming for OUAZ.
You like this presence by Shehorn, the center here. Granted, you know, he's 5'10", but he sure in the heck doesn't play like it. He's calling out fronts.
Yeah, he's making sure and get them lined up. Look at that pile go forward there, Coach, for the OUAZ first down. That's number 20, Joshua Viscava. Scored that last touchdown for the Spirit. And he had a nice head of steam going there, and credit to the offensive line up front and the center, as you mentioned, for directing traffic and getting guys lined up correctly.
Yeah, Dante Gonzalez, defensive tackle, number 30, making the play that time.
Here's the carry, and a host of laundry hitting the field that time. Number 20 on the tote for Ottawa. That was Joshua Viscava again. And the referees will sort this one out. A chop block, 15 yards, will be marked off on OUAZ. And yet another costly penalty there for the Spirit.
Offensive line coach Sean Burns. You know, I was chatting with him briefly right as I approached him. He was talking to the officials about what blocks are allowed, and that was one of the things the officials made clear to him, that, you know, no high-low, be careful on those chops. So
Coach Sean Burns, his first
Coach
year
Burns
here
does
at Ottawa.
A great job, good pedigree. He's a big zone stretch disciple.
He's a student of the Gibbs coaching family, Alex Gibbs and Gary Gibbs, I believe, former head coach at Scottsdale Christian Academy, where I'm currently employed. So here we go, looking to throw, swings it out to the left-hand side. A nice gain on the play. He's got a host of blockers in front of him, and he gets the first down out near the 50-yard line. A nice tote once again there for Viscava.
I'll tell you what.
And he's the go-to on this drive.
You had Luis Barreras, the defensive back, and Miguel Sanchez when Viscava came running at him and dropped his shoulder. You got to imagine what they were thinking as as he was approaching.
Yeah, he's like a little bowling ball out there. He was ready to bring the wood for them. But they wanted no part of that one, I assure you. So we'll discuss the spot here right fast.
Got a new back in the game. 33, Shamar Moreland is back in.
All right, Moreland with the nice pass on the edge there that was called back for the holding penalty. We'll see if he can shake one loose here again for the Spirit. So a penalty on number 31 there for Cetys Tijuana. That's Francisco Guzman, the linebacker, and that's going to cost them 15 yards. Ball to 36-yard line. 1st and 10 here for OUAZ. One back lined up behind Graham. And the shotgun snap. The handoff. It's Shamar Moreland off tackle, and he's off to the races. 10-5. Touchdown Spirit. Number 33, Shamar Moreland.
Pick your
out
poison.
The gate.
Pick your poison there, James. They zone right, zone left. This time they went zone left, and every block was executed perfectly. Credit Moreland for having the vision to find his lane, but also those 5 guys up front did a heck of a job.
They did a great job there, covering up their man for about 3 yards. Let the running back find the hole. He did that and was off to the races. What a play there for OUAZ. Once again, the extra point here is up and good. So another nice drive there for Ottawa. And they lead this one here as we near the halftime mark of the festivities. 4:49 remaining on the clock. And after a costly penalty on Cetys there, OUAZ now on top of this one, 30-0. We'll keep it right here, Vince. And we got some hands on hips down here for the Zorros. As you mentioned, they are feeling this one as
they're gassed.
OUAZ is running a very up-tempo offense here this evening.
You know, they traveled a long way. They drove up today. I don't know that I would have done that. Would have preferred to get a night's rest, but circumstances being what they are, they came up today, and it's been a whirlwind for them. So credit them for making the trip up. And they're playing their hearts out. So second half, it'll be the other squad, and we'll see how they do.
Yeah, rest assured that other squad will have some fresh legs, and they'll be ready to
go.
go.
Yeah, they will.
So they'll present a little bit of a challenge to OUAZ coming out of the half.
It wasn't Coach Medina's first choice to do it this way. We asked him in pregame, what are you guys going to do in the first half when the other squad's on the field? And he said, well, we'll sit there and watch the game like everybody else.
That's it. Here's the return. A nice job on that one there. That was number 2 for Cetys, bringing that one back. And we'll get his name here momentarily.
Armando Isaac Alvarez Terran.
Very nice. So a nice return there for Terran, and it got Cetys in great field position here. They're going to begin this drive from their own 38-yard line, trailing 30-0 to Ottawa University, Arizona, with 4:40 here remaining in the first half of action. So glad you tuned in here on the stretch tonight. Hope you're enjoying the contest.
James, it's looking like most of the starters are still in on defense for OUAZ.
Yes, they
These
are.
guys are getting reps.
And Ferrier on the pursuit once again out on the outside edge there for OUAZ. And he is beast mode here tonight, Coach.
Yes, he is, certainly. He is being let loose tonight, and after being in the program up at the University of Washington and having to sit while the other guys played, he's raring to go.
He is indeed. Can't wait to see the final stat line on him after this evening's contest.
Yeah.
Second down and 11 upcoming for Cetys. Once again, the familiar 20 personnel for them. Back offset near the quarterback. And that's a new quarterback in right now for Cetys. That's number 13, who's come in relief of Montano. That's Miguel Alejandro Sanchez, who also plays a little bit of wide receiver for the Zorros. Got about a yard on that play there. This will bring up third down and 10 for OUAZ.
Yeah. These guys are gassed. This offensive line is gassed for Cetys.
Yeah, they are feeling it here. Back to pass.
Yeah, 77.
Stepping up, climbing the pocket, doing a nice job. He's got a man, but too much on that one, and there is a penalty flag out near the 33-yard line. We'll see what the ruling is on that. Could be a little
Nate
pass
Johnson.
interference.
The corner on the left side there was holding early, and his receiver got loose. Yep, 15, yeah. Yeah, he had a grab of his jersey early on, and the receiver broke free and made his way down the sideline. That would have been a pretty touchdown if quarterback would have hit that pass, but we had a little bit of holding there early.
Yeah, unfortunately for OUAZ, that was a gift for Cetys, and they're going to take over here. First and 10 from the OUAZ 47-yard line. Once again, Sanchez in at quarterback for Cetys Tijuana here. 20 personnel on the field.
10 personnel, actually. We have a single back.
Oh, a nice job of making a play with his feet there. And that was Sanchez up the middle. No fear on that one there, Coach.
Kid's got some wheels. You just wish he would have played a little bit earlier.
Right? Some of the Cetys faithful might be feeling the same way as we see the Cetys Mexicali guys getting warmed up here down below the broadcast booth.
Got a good little crew down there. They got some guys. See what happens here in the second half.
So here we go, 2nd down and 2 for Cetys.
2 deep safeties are bringing a linebacker here off the edge.
Number 2 squirting through there in the middle. A nice job, a spin move to evade a tackler in the middle of the field, and that's number 2 running very effectively for Cetys. And that's Armando Terran on the carry there for the Zorros. That carry good for another 1st down for Cetys. Ball's going to be at the 31-yard line of OUAZ. Here's the snap. And he keeps this one, looks to throw across the middle and throws into triple coverage. His intended target was number 81, Daniel Espargoza. And it looks like Christian Viville in on defense for OUAZ.
Yeah, Viville, one thing I like what Coach does here is he'll take his outside linebackers and he'll put them in a 3-point stance and he'll just say, go get the quarterback. Go get the quarterback. Viville came in, he's 6'1". He's out of Houston, Texas. Lamar Consolidated. I know you called his name earlier in the game, but just coming really hard off the edge.
Yeah, great job.
Now he's standing up.
Here we go, 2nd and 10. The pass is complete. A nice job standing in and delivering that one for Cetys. And now we got a bit of extracurricular activity.
We got some John going on down there. 14 for Cetys. That's Oman Mendoza, the running back there, is real solid. Solid kid, caught that ball and took a shot from the defender and didn't back down. And I guess there was a little exchange after, so the official was quick to throw that little handkerchief out of his pocket.
A few unpleasantries exchanged there. A nice reception on the play nonetheless there for Cetys, and a tough reception, as you mentioned there, Coach. He took a shot on that one.
Coming out of the game now. Yeah, they'll call that against OUAZ.
That one will be on the Spirit. So that will once again advance the ball for Cetys, much to the dismay of the Ottawa faithful.
So we go half the distance. It takes us down to, looks like, the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 11 of OUAZ. As the wind picks up here a bit in the broadcast booth. So here we go, 1st down and 10 for Cetys. A low snap, handled there nicely, but nothing doing as number 5 rushes in for Ottawa. That's John Wilson, 6'3", 230-pound senior from Oakland, California. Played a little ball at Kansas Wesleyan.
It's nice. We get a lot of these kids that go off to 4-year schools. They try it out. Maybe circumstances, maybe it's being too far away from home. Maybe it's the weather. They find a home right here.
Yeah, and they're being productive here this evening for the Spirit. 2nd and 11 for Cetys. And we'll see if the OUAZ defense is able to stiffen up here. Under center this time, the handoff, and breaking a tackle and carrying the ball down inside the 5-yard line. What a nice job that time. And that's number 10 for Cetys, Roniger, Ernesto Alejandro Roniger. And credit as well to the big boys up front for paving the way for Cetys.
Beautiful, beautiful job rolling your R there, James. Nice job.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
All right, we've got a timeout on the field. OUAZ on top of this one, 30-0. 28 seconds remaining in the first half of action. We'll step aside, and we'll be right back with you on the stretch. Welcome back to Spirit Field and Surprise. Ottawa on top of Cetys, 30-0. Great to see Richard Smith, one of the local high school media, up in the booth here with us this evening. Third down and a few yards for Cetys. Misdirection play that goes nowhere that time. Bottled up there is Ferrier.
Yeah, he just got rocked. Faria came through untouched. Has been the story most of the evening tonight.
Yeah, he's going to do some big things here for the Spirit this season, let me tell you.
Yeah, they don't have an answer for him. Like I said, if they can try getting a tight end down there, bringing a big receiver down maybe, or another lineman to try and help block him, but no success as of yet.
Yeah, they're going to have to double up him if they want to have any success getting him blocked this season, and, of course, that's going to free up someone else to run free for the defense, which is always a plus.
Yes, yes. Clearly the strength of this Spirit squad lies in that front, those front 3-4 guys. So great job so far tonight.
Yeah, it's a beautiful evening out here. It's cooled off. It's not bad outside at all. The stands are packed. The players are jumping around, dancing around the sideline, having a great time. Of course, you would be too if you're up 30-0, right?
You know what? I think we're going to have to call in a pizza order here.
We might have to.
Yeah.
We might have to.
All right.
Are you a Papa John's guy or Domino's, or what's the go-to, Coach?
Well, who's sponsoring us?
Yeah, well, no one currently, so that's
okay.
That's why that's on the table right now. Fourth down and about 4 for Cetys. We'll see what they can do here as they go under center once again. An offset eye behind the quarterback for the Zorros.
Back with Montano as the quarterback, number 12.
Montano back in the game. And pressure up the middle. He releases it.
Beautiful
and he
pass.
gets it off. Touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
Cetys Zorros. That was
Oh,
number
my
11 on
goodness.
the reception there. A beautiful ball. Ruben Mora. And what a play that time for the Zorros.
You know, it was just a little button hook pass, nothing fancy. Finds himself open in the end zone, and the DB, number 7, Jones, was behind him, playing up tight, but he was still behind him, and that receiver just brought that ball in.
Yeah, what a great play that time for Cetys. Unfortunately, we have an injury timeout on the field, so we'll step aside here. Once again, Ottawa leads this one now 30-6 with the extra point pending. 16 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll step aside and be right back with you here for the injury timeout on the stretch. And welcome back to Spirit Field here in Surprise. Ottawa on top of Cetys by the score of 30-6.
Yeah, these guys are going for 2. There was a personal foul penalty there against OUAZ, so they brought it half the distance for the extra point. So we're basically on the 1.5-yard line. These guys are going to go for 2. They have to.
Yeah, they're going to try to push the pile forward and see if they can punch it in here. After a very nice reception on the outside for Ruben Mora. So here we go. Under center, the handoff up the middle, and he nearly breaks the plane to the goal line. Ball comes loose, and they're going to rule it the conversion no good.
Yeah, that's a shame too, because he looked like he had a nice little path right into the end zone if he'd have just held on to that ball and was bobbling it around, went down to the ground and was stopped just short.
Yeah, he should have just kept churning those legs,
That's it.
hold on tight to that football, high and tight. But nonetheless, a nice touchdown there for the Cetys Zoras. They got to feel good about that one, although they were down 30-0. It's good to get some points on the board.
I think both ways. You know, it's a moral victory so far for this team because they're getting ready to finish this first half, and they're going to walk off the field. In second half, the other squad will come on, and also it's a little bit of a disappointment on this defense not being able to push the shutout here in the first half.
Very true, very true. As a defense, you always want to try to go for that shutout, but credit to Cetys for getting that one in the end zone. So we are just about at halftime here. Hope you've enjoyed the first half of this one. 16 seconds to go. OUAZ on top 30-6 over the Cetys Tijuana squad. Testing out our windscreens tonight up here in the booth, I tell you.
We're going to need jackets soon. What is it, 90 degrees, but this wind
Yeah.
chill is pushing us down to 89.
Right, yeah. A cold front coming through, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful setting. We can see the Surprise Recreation Complex in front of us.
Yeah, the stadium, spring training home of the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah. Not to mention the Texas Rangers. A high end-over-end kick. That one is beautifully fielded there in the end zone. Shamar Moreland's going to bring it out with a great head of steam, and he's airborne there before he's accosted at the 20-yard line by the Cetys defender.
Rogelio Viloria.
Very nice play there for Rogelio. And Shamar Moreland, I was a little bit surprised he brought that one out of the end zone there, but he had a bit of confidence, wanted to try to take that one to the house. He tasted that earlier over here and wanted to try to get a little bit more.
That he did. That he did.
So OUAZ will take over at their own 19-yard line with a commanding lead 30-6 in the waning moments of the first half of this one. Looks like they're going to be in tight.
Yeah, this secondary is playing 20 yards off the ball now, so.
A little prevent defense here. That ball handed off to number 23 on the carry for Ottawa.
Leal in on the tackle.
Nice job there for number 91, Eli Leal for Cetys Tijuana, and I believe that will do it for our first half of action here from Spirit Field in Surprise. We hope you've enjoyed the first half of action. Cetys trailing OUAZ by the score of 30-6. We'll step aside for halftime festivities. We'll be back with you here in a bit on the stretch.
with him, and he just couldn't get that ball. Incomplete.
Yeah, beautiful pass, too, there. Just a little bit too much on that one, a little bit too much air underneath that one. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 yards here for Cetys. Once again at the 41-yard line of OUAZ, as the D-line of the Spirit tries to get the crowd involved here on 3rd down. Little wing set. They fake the handoff, and the keeper up the middle.
Zone read.
Zone read indeed. And that one is good for a Cetys 1st down. They move the chains. And they are doing a nice job of moving the football here. Credit to the offensive line up front. They are doing an excellent job in blocking.
15 did a great job of pulling that ball right at that moment.
Yeah, he did.
Took it, kept it.
First
down.
Held it just long enough to hold that that defender there and then make him change direction.
Yep.
So here we go. They rotate it to the other side of the formation, the shotgun snap, and they give it up the middle. Running up the B gap that time.
That's Kiros once again on the carry. Scrappy bunch.
Yeah,
this team is scrappy.
They're digging their heels in here and running the football at will. So 2nd down and about 7 for Cetys. Ball on the 34 of OUAZ. Once again, Padilla running the play in for the Zorros. He'll split out wide.
20 set. We've got 2 backs, kind of that wing set again.
Okay. Shotgun snap.
There we go. Double hitch and go.
Into double coverage that time. Intended receiver was number 17 for Cetys, but the ball falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Zorros here. About 7 to go for that 1st down.
That was a nice job by the safety, Holcomb and Johnson up top. Great job. They ran a double. It was actually hitch and go. And when that outside receiver came back, ran that hitch, and then took off, Johnson did a great job of recovering, keeping that receiver in front of him.
Excellent job there. Excuse me. 3rd and long here for Cetys. If you're OUAZ, you want the stop here. Shotgun snap, pressure coming. And the ball is completed out near the 20-yard line.
Perfect.
No one home on defense there. That's for right. OUAZ.
That's right. That inside defender there fell asleep on that route. It was just a simple out route. As soon as that receiver 21 turned around, that ball was there, caught it. Great play, 1st down.
Yeah, great delivery that time by the quarterback for Cetys, able to set his feet, excellent protection up front, and deliver a strike on the far side of the football field. So now it's 1st down and 10 once again for Cetys, and it is time for the 4th quarter. That does it for the 3rd quarter of action here from Spirit Field in Surprise, Arizona. OUAZ remains on top by the score of 44-13. We'll step aside and return for the final quarter of this one from Surprise right after this. And welcome back to the fourth quarter of action here at Surprise, Arizona. Stretch play there for the Zorros, strung out nicely there by the OUAZ defense. A very short gain, if any, on that one. Number 6 coming up to make the stop, Amari Burks, the free safety, 6'2" Bills, the senior from Dayton, Ohio, on the stop that time for the Spirit.
Burks took a shot there. He looks like he might have got his bell rung a little bit, but he's toughing it out. Still in the game.
Yeah, a lot of starters still in the game, as you mentioned. So here we go. Cetys with a decent gain on that play, brings up 2nd and about 7 from the 12. Shotgun snap, he's looking to the left. He's got a man in the middle, and an excellent defensive play that time.
Wow.
Number 4,
Wow.
Javon Hogan.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Excellent
had a
position.
little seam route there by the receiver. And it should have been a touchdown. Hogan came up, made a great play. I'm watching this offensive line here. They're starting to play a little more solid. Steps are good. They're not opening up their hips too much on the outside, doing a great job on their pass protection.
Yeah, they're firing off the ball very nicely. You have to assume that the defensive line for OUAZ has got to be a little bit gassed, being that this is their first ever game.
Yeah, these guys are playing every snap.
So here we go, 3rd down and 7. This is a huge down here for OUAZ and for Cetys. 3 seconds on the play clock.
Sprint
the
out
snap,
left.
and nobody home there. Double coverage on for
Yeah.
OUAZ.
That's a tough throw for a quarterback to make. To have a right-handed quarterback sprint left and throw on the run back to your right it's just not physically possible. And he had to do that. His receiver ran a little seam route into the end zone, and it was just it was an awkward throw. Couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, it's a little tough. Got to be able to flip those hips there very quickly, a la John Elway back in the day, be able to throw across his body. A very tough play.
I mean, you're pulling him out of the archives tonight.
4th down upcoming for Cetys, and they will bring on the field goal unit here. Number 21 on to kick for the Zorros. 5 seconds on the play clock. And they get this one snapped. The hold is no good, and they'll sprint out.
Yep.
A flag is on the field. We'll see what comes of that.
I love this effort. Hogan did it again. You know, he was right in his face, outstretched his body, and if that ball wouldn't have got pulled for the team to try to sprint it in, that has surely been a blocked kick.
Yes, definitely. That was an excellent effort that time on special teams for OUAZ. So we'll sort out the laundry on the field here. So a penalty on number 95 for OUAZ. That's half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st and goal for Cetys here as they trail OUAZ 44-13, 13:56 remaining in the contest. So OUAZ needs to stiffen here and try and hold Cetys out of the end zone if possible.
Okay, so we've got the ball set right about the 6-yard line, it looks like. James, what do you think? What do we got? We got first and goal on the 6. They're coming out with 2 receivers up top, 1 down below, 2 backs in the backfield. Is he going to give or is he going to throw?
I think he's going to fake. He's going to pump fake left, and he's going to quick hand off to 32, and he's going to go out the right-hand side and get in the end zone.
Okay. Well,
now they're shifting sides of the field, apparently.
Yeah, we are on the left hash, so that very well could happen.
Or they could fake it to the wide side and then hand it back to 32 and let him bowl it into the end zone off the left-hand side. We shall see.
Oh, we're on the 4, actually. Okay.
1st and goal, Zorros.
I'm going to say quarterback sneak. I think he's going to pull it and run. There he goes.
That's it. You called it. And right there in the middle, he is met at the line of scrimmage. That's number 5.
And that's a loss of 1.
Or excuse me, that's number 6 in there for OUAZ. Amari Burks on the stop there for Ottawa. 2nd and goal upcoming for Cetys after the 1-yard tackle for a loss there for OUAZ.
All right, we got the officials. I think we have an equipment issue out there, so official timeout.
Look like we have an official timeout on the field.
Yeah, we had an injury.
And he's getting off fairly quickly, so we'll keep it right here. And officials signaling to go ahead and wind that clock again.
That's the free safety Burks who's running off.
So we'll check on his status as the game progresses. He's going to hit the training table right quick. So 2nd down and goal here for Cetys after the stoppage of play for the injury timeout. Shotgun snap. He looks to the right-hand side. He airs it out. Tries to get in the corner of the end zone. It's caught for the
he gave it to
touchdown.
him. Oh, my goodness.
Number 17 in the corner. What a grab.
Wow.
Can't really tell if he got his feet down
yeah,
from here.
That's
but
questionable,
wow.
James. That was a really nicely timed corner route, but it is really questionable as to whether his feet were in or not. Wow.
Maybe a little A for effort there from the official.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, a nice play from Cetys, and they are able to punch it in and hang 6 more on the scoreboard here. They trail 44-19 with the extra point pending. 13:05 remaining in this one. Kick is up.
No good.
No good.
Wow.
Looked good from here almost.
Yeah, well, Hogan again disrupting the play. Hogan's doing he may have found himself a second career aside from being a defensive back. He's also quite the special teams player. So great job by Hogan.
An excellent job there from the special teams of OUAZ. So we'll step aside briefly and come back to you here at Spirit Field in Surprise. OUAZ on top 44-19. Right back after this. And welcome back to Spirit Field in Surprise, Arizona. OUAZ on top of this one in command. Cetys to kick off after the touchdown on the corner route.
Nice kick.
An excellent kick there.
Not a smart move, though. Just gave Cetys
and
a
Cetys
touchdown.
comes up with the touchdown on special teams.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Number 30, John Walker, trying to make something happen for his football team, the freshman there.
Yeah, freshman mistake. So he's running out of bounds. Looks like the ball is heading out of bounds. He grabs that ball, lobs it straight up in the air with the hopes that one of his teammates will grab it. And, in this game, especially in special teams, you cannot do something like that. Just let it roll out of bounds. They'll either re-kick it or give it to your team on the 35.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trying to make something happen for the team there, but he will hear about that one for sure.
Yeah, I think the officials are trying to they're conversing right now, trying to figure out what they're going to do with this one. I've never seen anything like that.
No, that was like a basketball.
Well, hey, you know
like
what? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen on a historic evening,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Right? There we go. Okay. Huh. All right,
okay,
well.
So by rule, they are not allowed to advance that kick, but they do gain possession. So it will be 1st and goal Cetys, much to the dismay of the Ottawa faithful here. And Cetys not going away quietly here,
No,
Vince.
they are not. So if I'm the offensive coordinator for Cetys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spread this thing out, and again, do what you did before, either with a zone read and give, or keep and just take your chances. You got the ball on the 6-yard line. See what happens.
Yeah, and with a defensive line for OUAZ that's been in there all game long. So the more you can have them run down the line of scrimmage and chase, the better off for your offense. So here we go. 1st and goal for Cetys from the 6.
We got Tripp set up top.
Looking that way. Got a man, and just off the fingertips, that was number 21. Once again, that's the go-to guy on this drive for Cetys.
Little shallow slant route, and he was sitting right in the end zone, and the quarterback threw it right behind him.
Just a tad bit behind him there for the incompletion. So 2nd and goal upcoming here from the 6. And we'll see what they do here. I don't think they've emptied out the backfield the entire night.
No. Tripp set again up top. You got one receiver down low.
And here comes the snap. Drops back, pressure up the middle, and he tries to fit it into a tight window there to number 9. But unfortunately falls incomplete. That will bring up 3rd down and goal here for Cetys.
Yeah, they got 2 more shots at this thing.
Crowd is getting into it. The players are chanting on the OUAZ sideline. There will be a thunderous roar here, Vince, by, I say, game 2 or 3 once this crowd gets on board.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be 3rd down, and Bob will get them going on the PA, and it'll be all good. Here we go. 3rd down and goal. They fake the handoff. He keeps it up the middle. Helmet's on the field. And a nice job swarming the ball. Number 31 in along with a host of others. That's Justin Barnett for OUAZ. Fourth and goal. So here you go.
You
one more
gotta go
shot.
for it. Yeah, you have to. You can't settle for a field goal here. No sense.
What's the play call here, Coach?
All right, well, I say zone read to 32. You got your clutch guy, Garcia, in the backfield. That's who you're going to give it to right here. You're going to ride him down, see
here
how
we
the
go.
defense
4th and
reacts.
goal.
Oh.
Shotgun snap. It's a bobbled snap, and pressure up
Wow.
the middle. Nice job that time. Number 22 screaming up the A-gap there. Marcos Garcia, a little stunt behind the line of scrimmage, and he knifed in there and got right in the face of the quarterback for Cetys and dropped him to the turf.
Great play by that defensive line for the Spirit. Great play. They did not give up. I know these guys are starting to huff and puff a little bit now, but they are playing.
They're still getting it done. So with that,
haven't seen these guys in a while, have we?
no, we haven't. 44-19 OUAZ on top of Cetys. 12-11 remaining here in the contest as OUAZ takes over. It's Shamar Moreland out the right-hand side. Ball comes loose for a moment.
He recovers, and you still got Graham, still your quarterback. You still got Sheldon, your center.
Yeah, they're giving it a go.
Yep.
Taking it the distance.
Shehorn, excuse me.
2nd and 9 upcoming here for OUAZ. One back lined up behind Graham. And here's the snap. He looks to throw. He's got a man, a convoy of blockers.
Beautiful screenplay there.
Excellent job getting that one out to the far side of the field.
That was Riley on that play. Nice job. He's been Mr. Consistent all night.
Yeah, he's done
nothing short.
Nice job here tonight for the Spirit. Not a big guy, but very shifty and very elusive as well. Number 11 checks in for Ottawa. That's Ray Springer. Trips down low here for Ottawa. Here's the snap. He looks to go to the right. He's got a man near the 1st down marker, and it's complete. It's number 2 on the reception.
That's our old friend Brandon McLaughlin.
That's Brandon McLaughlin once again getting it done for the Spirit. And he almost broke that one, Vince.
Yes,
one
he
guy
did.
to beat, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, he most certainly was. Again, little quick turnaround, hitch play, and go. And he was off. I bet you he's going to take a ribbon from his teammates in films tomorrow that he was actually caught.
Yeah, it'll be all in fun, but it will be a ribbing for sure. 1st and 10 for Ottawa. Back to pass is Graham.
Same play.
Out to the right side, and unfortunately past the outstretched arms of number 2, McLaughlin.
Yep, same play, same player. Okay, you know, you figure let's go right back to the well, see what happens.
Yep, we'll see if the third time's a charm here. Once again, Ottawa trying to keep the pace up and not allow Cetys a chance to adjust. Shotgun snap, he gives the ball in the middle, and that's Riley again with a nice carry and a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards on that one.
Yeah, it's
excuse me, 2 yards.
Yep. Nice little inside zone play. He's looking for a cutback lane, hit it a little too early and got caught.
3rd and 8 upcoming here for Ottawa. Graham checking the sideline for the play call. Back flank to his right, the shotgun snap. Here comes the pressure, and he eludes a tackler, but the second man is able to get him, but gets him up around the headgear.
Yeah.
That's number 95 for Cetys in there, trying to wreak a little bit of havoc in that Spirit backfield.
Graham's going to go over and have a word with his head coach there. Get the play. Yeah.
So an early Christmas gift here.
Yeah, that was questionable. I mean,
OUAZ.
his hand was up a little high when he was going to tackle Graham, but at the same time, I mean, I know precautions being what they are now, they're starting to call those anything near the head. They're calling it a little bit sooner now.
Yeah, they're trying to keep the concussions to a minimum if possible.
Yeah.
1st and 10 here from the Cetys 37-yard line. Graham in the shotgun. The snap, he holds. He scrambles out and loses his footing. And he's dropped there for a sack by the Cetys defense. That was 25 and 45 in pursuit.
Yeah, I just think they overloaded the A gaps. You had 2 linebackers right in your quarterback's face, so that's just a little coverage blown here by the O-line.
Yeah, so far tonight, the OUAZ offensive line has done a great job in protecting Graham and keeping him upright, but a little bit of miscommunication on that one there and too much pressure from the Zorros. Shotgun snap, he gives it to number 25. That's Riley. Tries to get off tackle, but he's tripped up there by number 1 for Cetys, who made a nice shoestring tackle on Riley. Third and 7 here upcoming. 3rd and 17. 3rd and Tonopah here for OUAZ. They drop back, and here comes pressure up the middle. It dump it off to Riley. Little safety valve. He eludes a tackler, and he's off to the races. 10. Oh, he just about scored that one.
Came back to that middle screen once again. Great play. And, and when we were here a couple of weeks back and had a chance to watch practice, that was one thing that they had a specific period for working on screens in practice, and that's all they did, and it's paying off for them tonight. This is the second screen that they ran. It's gotten some big yardage for them.
That was a great play there by Riley, wow, unbelievable play. Excellent job there from Graham, feeling the pressure and getting the ball out safely to Riley, who took it on himself and almost took it to the house.
What I love about
this is handoff to Riley once again up the middle there for a gain of about 1 or 2 on that one.
What I see Riley trusts his offensive line, and those linemen are getting out. On that screen, you got to time it out. You're holding 1,001, 1,002, and you release and you go find that defender, and he's giving him time to get it set up so that those lanes open right up for him.
Yeah, an excellent job and great communication up front with those offensive linemen.
You could tell they practice it a lot.
So here we go, 2nd down and goal for Ottawa. Let's see if they can punch this one in and extend their lead here over Cetys. Little offset eye Well, now he's going to be in the shotgun still. Thought he was going to go under center there for a second. Shotgun snap. He looks to the left. He's got a man, and it's good for the touchdown. That's number 8 on the reception there. Jeremiah Graylock, 5'10", 170, the sophomore from Fort Collins, Colorado. And he gets in on the action too as well there, Vince, with a nice corner route.
Yep. Yeah,
even
it in. Easier than that. Just a simple go route, go up, look up for the ball and get it, and that's all it was. That was all. That's almost one that you can draw up on the sandlot and say, hey, you go here, I'll throw it, and you be there and catch it.
That's it, and that's exactly what they did. Outstanding job there. The kick is up and good. And Ottawa extends their lead here in the fourth quarter. 7:04 remaining in this one. And an excellent drive that time for OUAZ. They are out in front now, 51-19 over Cetys.
We got 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in this game. That's a great job. These guys came back. You know, it was nice to see the offense on the field again. It's been a little while, and they're not skipping a beat. They're playing. They're taking advantage of every opportunity that they can, and not keeping anything on the shelf. As we said, at the beginning of the game, Coach wanted to get a look at everything that he could, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, they're doing a great job here tonight, and the fans couldn't be happier about it. It's a great home opener and a home program opener, if you will, and I don't think it could have went any better tonight here for OUAZ, Coach.
No, and growing up in the Phoenix area, and I know that you're from Dallas, right,
Correct.
James? You said, yeah. So, growing up in Phoenix, I attended the other university across town, and there's a nice big fan base over there. But I think we're building something special over here as well, and something for years to come. So they're doing it right.
Yes, they are, and they're showing their hard work has paid off. And they're putting it on display here tonight. Very exciting football. So here's the kick. High end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded right around the 10-yard line.
Antonio Garcia
field.
again.
Nice
Look at that
blocking.
lane.
And he's got a man. Oh,
wow.
It takes it out near midfield.
Wow.
Before number 19 pulls him to the turf. Elijah Young, 5'8" freshman from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah,
on the stop.
Garcia's the consummate team player. You can't ask for anything more from this guy. He is definitely leaving it out on the field tonight. He's doing everything for them, and he's happy to do it. He's just one of those guys that has a lot of fun. So love players like that and love the fact that he's so enthusiastic about playing this game.
Yeah, he loves the game, and it's definitely on display here tonight. 1st and 10 upcoming for Cetys from their own 47-yard line. They will take over here, trailing by the score of 51-19, 6:56 remaining here in the contest. Drops back, throws to the right-hand side, and he is just about clothesline there near midfield. That's number 12 on the defensive effort there for Ottawa. Mari DeBerry, 5'10", 150-pound sophomore from Phoenix, played at La Jolla Community High School. Vince?
Yeah, La Jolla. Great program out in Avondale. Now, when you run a hitch route, that ball comes to you, you've got to catch it, and you have to make a decision. Either go down, protect that ball, or if you see a lane, take off running. And that time, this young man, number 14, had 2 defenders around him, bobbled that ball, could have easily gotten picked.
Yeah, very near interception.
Incomplete
there.
Pass, yep.
Shotgun snap, nice protection up front. He's got a great pocket, delivers the ball, but way too much on that one over the head of his intended target, number 8. Luis Bernardo Cazares for Cetys. Well, great protection up front by his offensive line on that one, though. 3rd and long here upcoming for Cetys as they try to continue this drive and maybe try to get one more on the board here before we call this one a done deal.
I think what we need to do in the days leading up to this game next year, if these guys are on the schedule again, is we have to take a course in pronunciation of some names because
I think you're exactly right.
I think we may have angered some folks listening tonight.
You are exactly right. And Kenneth Steele on the play there for OUAZ.
There you go. That was an easy one.
Very good. Yeah, we apologize for the pronunciation issues up here in the booth. I have taken Spanish class before, but it has been many moons ago.
Yeah. And by the way, thank you to our new friend Eric up here with the giving us the phone,
Yes.
iPhone flashlight here.
It takes a village up here in the broadcast booth, and we appreciate everyone's help here this evening for sure.
All right.
So here we go. Cetys brings on the punting unit once again. Number 45 runs onto the field to join in the party. And it looks like Shamar Moreland is the deep man again for OUAZ.
Timeout.
Timeout on the field. So we'll step aside and take the timeout with them. You're watching Ottawa University Spirit football here on the stretch. Back after this. And welcome back to Spirit Field in Surprise, Arizona. OUAZ all over Cetys in this one. Punt formation for Cetys. Back deep, Shamar Moreland for OUAZ. A sideways dribbler fielded at the 30 there by Moreland. He eludes a tackler. He's going out the right-hand side. We'll see if he's got enough space. And tripped up there near the midfield stripe by number 95, the big boy for Cetys. Otherwise, Shamar Moreland was off to the races.
95 and 10, Ernesto Roniger. That's got to be painful to try and tackle that guy. Moreland is just hard to bring down, and he's had a monster of a game on special teams tonight.
Yeah, he's a big guy, 6 foot 168, and he plays behind his pads.
Yeah.
So we'll see here, OUAZ back on offense. 5:33 remaining in this one, on top 51-19. And I have to say, even though there is quite a deficit, a lot of people are still in attendance here tonight.
Well, it looks like we've got the second unit offensive line out there now, but Graham is still playing.
Graham in there, gets the shotgun snap and hands it off right away. That's number 27 with the carry, number 21. And a nice job that time. Christopher Ewens, 5'11", 215 from Riverside, California. He's a load. Look at those legs.
Yeah, so you've got, starting quarterback, and everyone else looks like they're reserve players. So this is good. We got to get these young men reps, although I don't know that I would keep Graham in the game at this point.
I would have to agree with that one. But nevertheless, getting the two some action here in live bullet time. As we're late in the fourth quarter, Ottawa in command. And Graham once again in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He hands it off to 21, and he is immediately met. Trying to make something out of nothing is Christopher Ewens that time. But a nice job of penetrating and being relentless on the defensive front there for Cetys.
Yeah, a little zone stretch right, and Ewens tried to come back, cut it back left when he didn't initially see a lane there, and got met behind the line of scrimmage, lost about 2 or 3 yards there. So I would Graham is getting the play. I'm just trying to take a look at that signal. I would look to substitute him out in the next series.
It looks like number 35, Joshua Lathers, big fullback, checking into the game for the Spirit. So here's Graham, offset eye behind him. He gives it. And running off tackle with a great burst of speed. That's 21, once again, Christopher Ewens, and he got loose on that one.
Again, first 3 yards belong to the offensive line. After that, it's up to you, running back, and he definitely made the most of that. Burst through that line, caught a lane outside, and he was off. First down.
Yeah, that was an outstanding job that time. So moving the chains once again is Ottawa. And once again, Jack Graham in complete command of his offense.
That he is.
Shotgun snap. He gives it. And it's Ewens once again plowing forward for positive yardage. And more importantly than that, keeping that clock running.
Yep. Zone left, cut back right.
3:17 and counting. OUAZ on top 51-19 here in Surprise. We want to take a moment here to thank everybody involved with this production tonight. A lot of work went into this first game here at Ottawa University in Surprise, Arizona, and we thank everyone who had a part in that.
How about our sports information director, Alex Blazer? Nothing short of incredible with the work that she does back here.
Does a fine job and got us set up very nicely here up in the press booth tonight. We thank her as well. And also a shout-out to Dylan McMahon.
Dylan McMahon, football operations. And then Rick, what's your last name? Vasquez, who is an OUAZ baseball player, just moved here from Southern California, and he's handling the production for our broadcast as well. So normally they'll get a student-athlete that'll do it, and he's done a great job for us. So,
yes,
and we're not just saying that because
get him on the coach's show with us, too.
Exactly. We're not just saying that because he's sitting right there behind us controlling our mics. But anyway, we appreciate that to no end. And
most definitely.
Yep. Good crew. Great crew.
Well, we have certainly enjoyed this one here. We're looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Got a week off next week. Going to enjoy the Labor Day weekend. And then they go on the road to Oklahoma after that.
Hit us up on Twitter. We'd love to hear from some of you folks. Let us know your thoughts on this game. And
nice carry once again there by Ewens, taking the ball up the field and moving the chains once again there for Ottawa. Coach mentioned a moment ago we want to get you involved in the broadcast. We're going to do that a lot more starting with the next game. We're going to get some Twitter hashtags going, and we want you to interact with us as much as possible. Like I said, next week they're off. We'll enjoy the Labor Day weekend. September 8th will be at Langston, Oklahoma, and then they return home here to Spirit Field on the 15th of September to host Oklahoma Panhandle State. So that will be our next home game here, 7 p.m. on September the 15th. Already looking forward to that one.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't be here soon enough.
Shotgun snap, the handoff, and a nice job that time getting off the block for the defensive end for Cetys there. Violent hands up front, shedding the block, and making the stop in the backfield. What a great job.
Frederick Gutierrez, the defensive tackle there, 77, just took a shot, and he did not move. It was pretty. It was pretty. So made that stop on the play. He's still in the game.
Great sound technique. That's great coaching there by the Cetys coaching staff.
Yep.
So Graham looks for the play from Coach Nesbitt on the sideline. He's got it, and here we go. 2nd and 10. He hands it off once again to Ewens, a stutter step, and he's tripped up there by number 23 on the far side of the field for Cetys. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. This is going to be 3rd down, and I want to say 7 for the first down for OUAZ. So here we go, 3rd down and about 7 for OUAZ.
We've got a tight end in the game.
That we do. The handoff once again up the middle. Did he break the plane? No, they say he's down at the 1-yard line. That's 21 once again, Christopher Ewens. And a great hole up front there provided by the offensive line, Vince.
Yeah, they're just doing their job. I mean, they're showing up with a lunchbox and just taking every play as they can. But good steps in there by that offensive line. Stepping left on that zone, and running back finds the lane and gets there. I would expect, I think they're going to do the same thing here again, and this time they'll end up in the end zone. They're 1 yard away, so if even that.
That great zone blocking is beautiful to see, synchronized, all in time. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
So here we go. Coach Nesbitt clarifying the play call on the field. And he will call a timeout. Make sure they do not waste this possession down deep in Cetys territory. So we'll step aside here momentarily. Come back with you. And that's the ball game. So, sorry, once again, we do not have a clear vantage point of the clock, but we will work on that for the next broadcast. But our final score here, after 4 complete quarters of action, OUAZ comes out a winner on top of Cetys, Mexicali, and Tijuana. So what a great game here tonight, especially on the OUAZ football side of things. And your thoughts on this exhibition match here tonight, Vince?
You know, these guys came out flying around, very excited, played their game. They were in control virtually the whole game. There, you could tell at times, again, a little bit of complacency. But overall, I think these guys did a great job. Graham, quarterback, showed clear command of the offense. You know, everybody left this game healthy. I think they've got some things to clean up and film, but it's first game jitters. But at the same time, there's a promising foundation here. I'm excited. I'm excited to stand here and watch this thing build. And, you know, it's unlimited potential.
Yeah, I think so too, Vince. It was a great performance tonight from Ottawa. They played very sound fundamentally. A lot of guys made plays all over the football field. And it was a pleasure to watch. We're looking forward to the next one here coming up on September the 15th. So,
my pleasure to work with you, James.
Oh,
this is, you know, this is
a great
for the first of many.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to working with you, continuing on. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun, being a part of something special here.
I think so too, Vince. And I feel we're really privileged to get this going from the get-go. And we hope you enjoyed the broadcast here tonight. For my partner, Vince Delicio, all of our production crew on staff or on site here tonight, good night from Surprise, Arizona. Ottawa University all over Cetys tonight. The final score, 51-19. And we say so long for tonight. Have a great night, and we'll catch you back here on September the 15th.
Go Spirit.
Go Spirit. And make sure and tune in on September the 10th. We will have the first coaches show, the Mike Nesbitt Show from Buffalo Wild Wings, 7 p.m. Back at you. Stay in touch with us on Twitter. We'll catch you next time. So long and good night from Surprise.
Good night.